diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello. It's 2:01 Mountain Standard Time. Welcome to Daily Trudge, the dual Daily Trudge. Whoop. Be careful because I may stir the shit a little. I'm going to make you think, man. See, sometimes we need to get together and argue so we can figure this stuff out, man. I just put something out. So I told a friend, I said, I'm live if you were done trading. She goes, LOL, it's never fucking ending. What do you think step work is? Just kidding. I'll pop in. Oh, here she is. Hi. You make me laugh. Thank you for that. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. I'm going to do it a few minutes early. Welcome to Daily Trudge because we got people here. So there's never a design to this. I come up with a topic and I go outside, smoke a cigarette, come back and talk on it. I don't do much. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. The cats are going a little extra crazy today. So, man, you know, this recovery stuff, it can get confusing. Oh, I have a new toy. I bought a new toy. I didn't ask either. That's my new toy. I'm excited. I want to go play with it. I got me a one of those flying cameras. Drone. I got me a little mini drone. All right, and it folds out and stuff. I haven't been able to play with it yet. I turned it on and flew it in the house for about 2 seconds. But the grandkids were there and they're so got rid of it. Put it away. Couldn't play with my toy. I'm gonna play with it today though. I actually because I wanted to make some videos and stuff. And I need a hobby, man. So I bought a cheap. It's $30. I bought a cheap one, and you know, I'll probably destroy it one day. Came with protectors, but I don't know how to put them on. So, all right, let's get to this. I don't have a reading. This is going to be, you know, you're going to have things tossed at you from everywhere. You're gonna have people that are happy that you're sober. You're gonna have people that begged you to get sober. That when you do get sober, they don't want you sober. I mean, it can get crazy. Amanda, welcome. Good to have you. Ingrid, good to see you. Amanda, welcome. I don't think I've seen you before, or I don't recognize the last name. So, because anonymous. Anonymous. Did you hear about the people that the 12-step group where they talk too much, where they go on and on and on and on? Yeah. Okay. See, I kind of recognized the face, but it's now you see it better over there. Okay. Hi, Mandy. I'm glad people are using my YouTube. I'm glad for that. So, you know, for alcoholics, figuring out what the right thing is takes some time. I know it's taken me some time. Yeah, I just put out a thing about my opinion on the difference between drugs and alcohol. I wasn't a drug addict, so there's some things I don't understand. Okay. Now I can help somebody that's a drug addict, sure I can. But that recovery is going to be a little bit different, you know. Um, sure I could be a midwife too, but really that's not the best fit, is it? All right. You know, um, but the moment that we decide to give up on us, when I see other people give up on themselves, it hurts. I don't want them to, because I don't want to give up on them either. But I can't continue giving something to somebody that isn't going to use it, right? A little bit waste my time. I still do though. I'll admit it. I have codependency problems, man. Every alcoholic has. If you do this program right, thank you, Amber. I love you too, but I don't think I would make a good midwife either. But I could do it. But see how it's not doesn't fit. Kind of an extreme. I may have come up with a better one than that, right? To me, and I know that in the program it's hard because when I first got here, I didn't think I deserved a fucking thing. No. And if anybody ever talked to me the way that I talk to myself, I would hurt you. Yeah, I can at least make it fun, right? But a frothy one, no, fuck no, yeah. I like how you're comparing it to doctor's opinion. See, see, even right there, those are inside jokes that other people in other programs wouldn't get. Wouldn't get. I am a mid husband already because I take care of the house. I'm not the breadwinner, so I guess I already am a mid husband, right? Radical midwifing. I'm not using that as an example again. It took us way off. All right. I don't want you to give up. And I'll tell you why. It's a selfish reason. I want you to join me. I want you to join me on the broad highway, man. I do. Yeah, you'll teach me, huh? But that's what's great. I have all these different kinds of people in my life. Some of them older, some of them younger, some of them my age, some are male, some are female, some identify as cats. I don't think any of my friends do that. But there's one thing in common. Every single one of them is a child of God. And no, I do not see everybody as my child, but as a person who never really had a father, this is a big deal to me. You know, God has always been my father. I didn't have a man that raised me, which is probably why I did a lot of frothy emotional appeal. You bet. I was the guy that would start crying to get what I wanted if anger didn't work. But my anger usually worked because I sound and look pretty mean, but my bark is a lot worse than my bite. It is. My bark is worse than my bite. Depends on the situation too. I just, I don't like rage. I don't like getting angry. When I hit rage, I black out. I've been in 3 fights. I don't remember, but I won. And it was scary. Scary because I don't remember what happened. Not knowing what happened is like the scariest thing for me. You know, we get with with sobriety becoming popular, okay, it's a fad right now. It happens every 8, 9 years. It does every decade. There's a fad where a group of people in that generation figure out that alcohol is no good for them, and but they're tired of going to parties and everybody being drunk and things like that. And and I get that and I understand that, but that isn't for us. Okay, a lot of newfangled ways to get sober out there. Okay, but here's the thing: the 12 by 12 and the traditions have taught me how to not go about certain things. See, we tried already, and it didn't work. And I'm not any smarter. I'm talking about me. I'm not any smarter than the people that wrote this book. In fact, I'm not smarter than the person that wrote this book, who was Bill W. He did write the 12 by 12. The big book he did not write. 100 people wrote it. If it was in Bill's verbiage, we'd all be drunk. Even he knew that, right? So I have found, and this is my experience, that the 12 steps are the best way to go. They're the best way to go. Any recovery devoid of a higher power is not recovery in my book, period. It just isn't, because I have watched too many times. And that's why I don't want you to give up, because people may come along and give you unsolicited advice, and the grass may look greener, and you might buy it. It's happened to me, you bet. That's why I have a recovery coach certificate. I don't even know where it's at. I don't use it. I don't need it. I don't want it. All right. This also comes back to things like making amends, making decisions. You know, pride. Alcohol is not the only thing that is. What do they say in the big book? God, it's like I've forgotten everything I know. Cunning, baffling, and powerful. Alcohol is not the only thing that's cunning, baffling, and powerful. So anyway, can you still hear me? Okay. So there's a lot of other things that are cunning, baffling, and powerful. Like your pride. Your pride. My ego. Cunning, baffling, powerful. That's alcoholism. That's the ism part of my alcoholism. My brain. Stop making decisions on your own. Just stop it. You want to know the best way to be honest? Don't lie. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard. That's why I don't want you to give up. Because I know. Because I know. I know what's on the other side. I want you to have it. I want everybody that I meet to have it. I know it's not going to happen. I know that. I realize that. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying. No. Finding out more things and in these different religions, man. You know, there is one consistency in every religion. Jesus. He was different things to different people. Oh, wait a minute here. Now we're catching on to something, aren't we? See, the reason that we say that we think our program will work for anybody, which includes anybody that's just trying to live a better life, is because God is involved. Take away God, there is no AA. Take away the higher power factor and it's gone. That's how I don't give up. See, we usually give up because we feel like we're alone. I'm so alone, and I still feel that way every now and again. I feel alone. And then God reminds me, usually pretty quickly, that I'm not, because He doesn't want me to feel that way. Would you want your child to feel that way? No, you wouldn't, right? So, like in the beginning, there's a lot of direction, right? There's a lot of direction. There's this. There's the steps. There's the traditions. There's okay. Well, when you were growing up, if you have a child, in the beginning, it's all about teaching. Then they get to a point where they've learned enough where you're going to watch them go walk down a road and there's nothing you can do about it. And if you do something about it, they're just going to get angry at you because you're trying to enforce your will upon them. So what's left? Unconditional love is what's left. Then I have to love that person for who they are, even though I know they're making mistakes. Okay? That's why I'm not a big tough love person. Tough love means I love you, but I love you from over there. And I won't do that. Okay? I'm not going to be codependent. I have rules. I have boundaries. But I'm just not a tough love person. Okay? I can love tough, but I'm not a tough love. You know? You ever had a parent tell you, I love you, but I love you from over there? Does that sound like love? Does it feel like love? No, because it's not. That is conditional. That's very conditional. Stay over there. That's a condition. Okay. But what are they really trying to do? Boundaries. You know, the whole I don't want to see you cancel culture, there's some people that have done some pretty fucked up things to me, but I don't wish them out of my life. Why? Because what if I'm the example that they need to change and then they can become a better person? I changed, so they can too. And that's why I don't think you should ever give up. Even if you slipped, even if you relapsed and you went out for 15 years like I did, don't give up, man. It took me 2 years to get off fucking hooch. Don't give up. Okay, what else is don't give up? Don't stop going to meetings. It does not matter the amount of time you have. Time does not qualify in our world. Time doesn't qualify. The only thing that time qualifies for in AA is circuit speaking, and you have to have 10 plus years to be a circuit speaker. And I think they even changed that to 20. Why? Because our stories disclose in a general way what happened. I mean, what it was like, what happened, what it's like now. Well, a person with 10 plus years has a lot of what it's like now and experience, strength, and hope. Somebody with less time than that will actually spend more time talking about what it was like because they feel they need to qualify themselves. It's called qualifying, right? Do you really feel like you need to qualify yourself? No, you don't. Okay. People hardly ever talk about what happened. Do you know what happened was? It's a psychic change. What made you change your mind? That's what happened. People hardly ever talk about it. And they don't talk about it because they'll say, well, I came in because, like for me, I came in for my wife and kids. And they don't want to say that because then people are like, well, you got to do sobriety for yourself. And then they feel bad that they're doing it wrong. And little do they know that's wrong. You can get sober for any reason that you want. That's what I did. It took me a few years to love myself enough to start doing the program. I faked it till I made it. And it worked just like they said it would. Dr. Bob did the same thing. Dr. Bob did the same thing. That's why never ever give up. Right? There will not be a day that comes when you do not need a meeting, that you do not need contact with another alcoholic. Okay? Taking a vacation from your meetings. Now I'm just talking in general. I don't know if everybody goes to meetings every day. I assume you do. And Amber, you go to meetings every fucking day. What are you talking about? I don't know. If you think I'm talking about you, I guess I am. We're giving each other. We're Virgos. All right. So just ignore us right now. And she knows that Amber and I are like, are you going to a 5:30? Are you doing that? We do that like at least every other, every 2-3 days. Hey, you going to this meeting? Because we like going to the store. Oh, Amber, I don't remember how your story went, honey. I'm going to let you guys know a little secret. I don't remember my podcasts. I don't. I remember bits and pieces, but do you know how many people I have interviewed? A lot. Now this is what I do. I go by feeling. I remember how it felt. I remember the healing. But when I do a podcast, I'm not here. It's hard to describe, but I'm not here. Dion's here, but I'm just sitting back watching. God takes over. I don't know what it is. I become possessed by something else. And it's not bad because it always works out great. But it's the reason I can only do one a day. And I usually don't like doing one the next day either because it drains me. It drains me. I'm ready to do a fucking podcast, man. I've been asking people, and somebody come on and do my podcast. Would you? I know. And I'm going to tell you something, Amber. I appreciate the fact that you volunteered to share your story. Okay. I was told that once I hit my birthdays, that I am to share my story, that I am to volunteer to speak and share my story. You bet. People tell me all the time, oh, it's been a while since we've seen you, Dion. I'm like, there's a lot of alcoholics out there. There's a lot of Zoom meetings. I have a lot of friends. Hey, so I skip around so that everybody gets a little part. Not only that, but I can be a little much for one group. So, now you know why we don't want people speaking in their first 30 days. Why you shouldn't share at an AA meeting in your first 30 days. Yeah, got it. Because they don't have any hope yet. At the same time, I'm gonna play both sides here. Gosh, isn't it nice that a newcomer can come in and take 3 to 5 minutes and feel like they belong? I think that kind of tends to override the don't let them speak for 30 days because they don't have anything to offer. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do have something to offer. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard because we want to be all inclusive, but, you know, right fit, kind of like what happened with the person that was chairing on Fridays. They got very, very frustrated with the technology and it came out in the meeting. Was that on them? It was only on them and the fact that they didn't speak up. But who was it really on? It was on the group, man. So thank you for saying the group needs to. Yeah, I like going to fourth dimension because the meetings are closed. Yeah. Be, uh, I'll just say it. I'm getting tired of going to meetings and hearing about people's drug use. I'm not a drug addict, and it doesn't fit with me. I don't care about your meth, your cocaine, or anything else. I'm an alcoholic, and that's why I'm there. Okay? Drug talk and other addictions don't belong in AA. Okay? At the same time, see, you got to think of both sides. I have friends that are not alcoholic that have started in AA until they found something that was a better fit. And that's what AA open meetings are for. Tough, isn't it? Because I don't want to be selfish and say no to somebody that I can help. So what do? Well, I help them find their groups. That's what I do. But I've been going to fourth dimension, so I'll bring up another drug. I'll be like, hey, closed meeting. Okay. I'm going to say this, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up. Every meeting has its own rules, and that is decided by the group conscious. Okay. I chair some meetings I don't agree with, but it was up to the group conscious. That's not up to me. Follow the rules, whether you agree with them or not. Okay? Because there's nothing worse than an inconsistent meeting. That's even worse. So don't take somebody's consistent meeting and make it inconsistent. No. Got to follow the rules. Okay? For me, and I'm going to say this for me, if I don't follow the rules, I'm out of my lane and I sicken and die. I can't have that. There are too many people in this world that absolutely love me. And if I went back out, they would lose me. And I made the choice to not live that life. I'm dying fucking sober. Period. Yeah. Step 13, my friends. Dying sober. Wish we could bring that back too, but it ain't going to happen. It's a bummer because now there's no step where we die sober. And that was part of the accomplishment. See, people that come along and think that it's better to have it this way, and then the whole group is called the Abilene effect, and it was wrong. I don't agree with it. Purely opinion, though, right? Purely opinion. Okay. So, what's the best thing I think that I could offer you in something like this? You're going to go to meetings, and it doesn't matter how much time you have in the program. Take what you need and leave the rest. Go with an open mind. When I go to a meeting and I have a closed mind, you know what I do? I talk shit in my head. But when I go to a meeting and I'm open-minded, I hear what I need. Very different. Yeah. And Amber, maybe you and I should talk about that. I mean, we have our Tuesdays and Thursdays, and honestly, I'd really like to button down the Tuesday meeting. I know you can't always make it, but I'd love to hear your suggestions on it. Yeah. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Here right back. So I guess my sponsor is not meeting with me today. So, traffic. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. Peace out and have a day. Have a happy